see. There we go. There we go. There we go. Just had to troubleshoot a little issue with my audio, but I think we should be back, folks. So, today I chose to go into VR mode. I'm just going to quickly test some things here. You know, that's the thing about DCS. No matter how high end your rig is, there's always something to test, there's always something to fine tune, and then there's always something to break it so that you can repeat this process endlessly. But that's why you do what you love so that it never feels like work. Hmm. These frame time graph disparities are still not the greatest. Let's see what it feels like when I fly in. Am I able to still maintain? Yeah, it definitely gets choppy flying low, and it goes super. I mean, it's not too bad, I suppose. Especially considering the fact that we're streaming as well. I mean, realistically, I'm not going to be flying this low, but it would be good to have that level of performance. However, I think maybe, possibly, if I was in foveated rendering mode, I wouldn't necessarily have this issue. Yeah, flying at this level, I'm literally 10 FPS. Yep, it's still not that stable, although I feel like if I go pretty high, it might get a little better. Yeah, see, it's starting to clear up in the frame time graph. And we're back to 85. So, I mean, honestly, this could just be a poorly optimized experience. So, oh, yeah, looking at the ground. And I mean, we're running DCS performance here. I mean, we're running DLSS performance here, so things should get interesting. I'll need to figure out what it. Oh, actually, let's see what our controls tell us. Just want to make sure somehow. Enable, disable hot plug. Yep. That doesn't seem to be the issue. Actually, let me see if it's a problem to do with affinity. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to briefly quit to the desktop. And we will be right back. And we're back. Just had to do some things to make sure that the settings were favorable to you guys, you know, the viewers. I want to make sure you guys actually have a less than sickening experience, because it can be a little bit jarring to watch the gameplay back in stuttering VR. So let's just hope for the best here. We're going to get into the lobby, where we should probably be gearing up to do our Case 3 training. And yeah, just buckle in for the chaos, because it should be fun. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be a lot of, well, I think with Case 3 specifically, it's low visibility and bad weather. So, and also probably nighttime landing. So we should see. Yep, we should definitely see. So let's hop to it. Hey guys, how you guys doing?
Hey, man. Trying to get stuff squared away. Fucking can't do Persian Gulf tonight, so we're gonna do Caucasus instead.
Oh, is this part of like the grief Texas going through?
No, this is the Don bullshit that I got rid of Persian Gulf to uh, put on Germany, so I forgot that I had to re-download it tonight, and
Uh,
it's not gonna, it won't finish downloading by the time we start the mission. So,
I hear you.
but it's all the same. It says nighttime on a boat, so we should be okay.
Yeah, it all looks the same in the dark.
Yeah, you're right. And it's just a low key. It's a low key training thing that kind of like what we've been doing as we come back to the boat from mission.
Yeah.
It's only we'll have Beetle in the LSO box, and I'm gonna have you guys practice learning your marky moms, so you don't, because that's what freaks a lot of guys out is the marky moms. It's a lot of information, and once you get used to it, it's not so bad. But it's like, what's a DME? What's reciprocal or something like that? If the boat's heading 360, the reciprocal is 180, right?
Yeah.
Well, mother gives you the reciprocal of where she wants you to marshal. So whatever the BRC is, she's going to send you 21, 22 DME from the boat with a reciprocal heading. And so it's like a lot of guys will get, they just get nervous because they haven't done it.
Okay.
So
And what does DME stand for?
it's a directional equipment measurement or something like that. The equipment.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
it's a form of measurement,
Okay.
and then teach the guys, like proper boat procedures, no headlights or no lights at all when you're on the boat. Um, it's just courtesy because on a real boat, if you have your taxi light on, you're blinding everybody with a flashlight.
Basically, right?
So
That makes sense.
yeah, and also when you're coming in for a landing on the boat,
Hmm.
is you got to make sure that taxi light off is off because the taxi light will throw off your ILS because you're sending a signal from the boat to the plane to give the plane information, and if your light is shining into that reflector, it will mess up the standing there, and it also messes up the LSO trying to. It's not helping, so got to make sure the guys don't use their taxi lights. Um, and if you're coming from the land to the boat, make sure that you have your anti-skid on and your hook to bypass on. So
Yeah, that makes
all that,
sense.
but all the simple stuff that you know, for the guys who've been doing it, like myself and and a couple of the other guys, it's almost second nature for us. But for the new guys, it's something that they have to do, and they get panicked. So we'll fly out about 50 miles, and let each guy call in his marking moms, call in his mother, and then do the marshal, a
Okay.
proper marshal stack, and get used to it that way. And if you have to, it's one thing I want everybody to understand. If you miss something and you have to do it again, just abort the inbound and redo it. Because if you miss your call outs, the ship won't turn the lights on.
Ah, that does make sense. Because that
Because
happened to
you
me
have to,
last time.
yeah, because you have to say established, you have to say commencing, platform. Well, in between that, when you're commencing and you're coming down and all that, she's gonna at a certain distance, she's gonna switch you over to the LSO box, and she's gonna ask you to check in.
Hmm.
So then you check in, platform, and do you have all the training material that we put up?
Yeah, I have my. I think let me actually see because I did reinstall DCS. One
Yeah, because
second.
yeah, so
Is it Shift K? Yeah. All right. It is Shift K.
yeah, for your knee board,
Yeah.
if you put it there. I told the guys if they weren't going to put it on their knee board, at least make a file to where they could have it.
Yeah, I put it in my
But
knee
one,
board because I
yeah,
mean
yeah, why not?
I put all this stuff in
Um,
my knee board
you got a book there, huh? Okay, so anyway,
basically.
so the one we're going to concentrate on tonight is the K3 recovery.
Okay. No clearing turn report airborne. Yeah, yeah, I got some stuff here.
Yeah. So the easiest part about, like I say, on this stuff from the Marshall stack is just make sure you're coming down in the proper descent rate that you needed. You know, so by 3 miles you should be at 600 feet and on speed, and then you should start getting your needles and all that. But um, and plus a little, some other little tricks of the trade that could teach you, like you're going to want to descend at like 700 feet a second is proper.
Gotcha. Oh, I just realized if this is at night.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I totally forgot that there were I guess yeah, I guess knee boards for like night mode. I wonder if it was going to be too bright.
No, you should be fine to reference your knee board. That's
Okay.
like I say, that's why we're going out 50 miles. We're going to have everybody just fly out 50 miles and then have you make your turn, and into each individual will call marky moms. Otherwise, if we're all together, she'll group us together. Like she'll say 200, 202, 203, 204, that type of shit.
Gotcha.
And every and if everybody's not paying attention, they're gonna miss something. So it's easier just to go ahead and just go out, Take your time. Beetle's quite patient in the LSO box, but when she says checking in like that, and you do your check in on your on your comms menu, I want you to call the boat and say, you know, 200, 200 and mother 200 inbound, and Beetle will acknowledge you. You should be on the plot camera board, and that way he can look at you. He'll start referencing you. He'll see where you are in the stack, and when he's, I mean, you know, and all that. So, and then he'll take charge from that. He's not going to worry about marshaling you guys tonight, and he's not going to worry about your commencing and all that. You're going to have to pretty much do all that fun stuff yourself. But when he gets visual on you at about 10 miles or so, and you call that, he's going to ask you if you're up and on, and you just have to make sure that your needles are up. If you're up high left, so just say up and left, and he'll say all right, and then when you're on and on is when you're playing in the vertical and the horizontal line, you're in the cross. That's up and on.
Gotcha.
And when you can tell him you're up and on, then he's going to say a copy or something like that, and then at about 3/4 of a mile, he's going to have you call the ball.
Ah, right.
You'll say 200 ball, 4.3 fuel.
Oh, so you'll actually give your fuel state.
Yeah, because he'll cross-reference what he has on his computer. Because on the plat camera in the LSO box, it'll give your name, your call sign, your board number, and your fuel status.
Okay.
So, and the landing weight, I'm going to teach you all on the 18 how to get it down to landing weight, and that's usually right around 4,000 to 4,500 pounds. And you just
Of fuel, right?
Yeah, your fuel.
Yeah.
You just set your bingo to 4,000 pounds and hit your dump switch, and it'll dump, and it'll stop dumping at 4,000 pounds. So you don't have to remember it anymore. Once you hit that dump switch, just keep flying your jet.
That's
So a
actually
lot of
pretty
guys,
smart.
Yeah, yeah, and some guys will try to land at 53,000 pounds, and I think maximum weight is 33 for the plane to land.
Mm.
So that's when a lot of guys will break their gear and shit like that.
Yeah, I think that's how I broke gear the first time we did that in the mission. However, the second time it was during like some terrible weather, and then I just ate the deck. Well, actually, I ate like the lip of the deck. So.
Right. Well, don't worry. When we get you guys up to par, we'll go out and we'll have us a fun night. Is what me and Beetle call it. We'll have a fun night where we'll put like 20-mile an hour or 20-knot wind left to right, snow or rain, visibility of 1 mile maybe. And
Goodness.
and you land her on the boat.
That should be pretty fun.
Oh, it is. We have a blast. We usually get some F-16s out there, or an F-15 or two, or we get some extra planes that come out and try to land. Hawkeye brings the Russian stuff out and lands.
You try to land on the boat with F-16.
Yeah.
Is there a way to get like a net to catch or something?
No, they all have hooks.
Oh, I see.
They can't catapult, but we just let them launch from the back of the boat.
That is really interesting.
Yeah, and if we do have the marshalling crew on board, I'll give you guys some tricks of the trade to where we don't foul the deck following those guys.
Altitude.
Oh, okay.
Altitude.
And that way everybody's on the same page. Yeah, because you do and you don't have to follow them. Okay. So the guy's pointing left, and you don't need to go that far left. Is don't do it. And then he'll switch you over. Especially like going to Cat 1. For some reason, they want to put me in between Cat 1 and 2 if I follow their commands.
Yeah, I've noticed that too.
Yeah, I'll ignore the command and I'll get behind. I'll make my maneuvers where I'm behind the catapult, and then I'll pull up and right before I hit the blast door, I'll put my wings down,
Mm.
and then he seems to be okay with that. All right, it's almost 8 o'clock. Beetle, is there any way you could push the caucus map for us and see if we can get a boat and everything?
I've been trying for the past couple minutes.
Oh,
Uh, Fucking training. I'm accessing alerts. It's saying not serving, not responding, but in DCS, it's in the Persian and Victor's in it, so it's working. Let me see. I know we're not gonna go in there. I just want to see if the service works. Curious, and I can't find the fucking public. Like it's not showing up.
yeah, I got you there. I all I see is main and training.
Okay. Well, the server that you can't because the map is working. I was just making sure that it wasn't the same
Oh,
thing.
okay, okay.
So I have to let Hex know that it's not gonna be fun. If I let him know now, he's gonna burn the whole tent. But I have to.
Yeah,
It's not
just let him
working
know that.
now.
Yeah, and just let him know that mine wasn't even halfway through downloading, so there's no way it was going to happen tonight.
Well, he knows that. It's just that I can't change. It's okay. Let me back.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Kung Fu.
Got some testicle difficulties going on, huh?
I got some issues with the servers, and it's causing for a big headache.
Oh,
Maybe text gadget.
He's still driving, I think.
Oh, he is. Okay. Maybe still text gadget to make sure.
All right. Hmm.
And if we do have time, I'll teach you guys some ACL, automatic carrier landing stuff.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I use it whether I use it or not. I use it because it'll tell you how fast to descend. You know, when you make your call out, like you say commencing, it'll say okay, it'll copy that, and it'll say descend it at 4,000 feet a second at this speed to get you at platform. And then you go platform, it'll say descend another altitude and speed to get you down to the platform. And then when you're about 10 miles out, when you config, you know, hook flaps and gear, you want to be at about 140 knots. And you want to hit your ATC at 140. and then it'll say ACL lock, and then at 6 miles, it'll say, and then you got to hit your couple on your autopilot. You'll hit your couple,
Uh-huh.
and the ACL will take charge of your jet.
And it will
It's
just
kind of
fly
weird
you.
because yeah, because you want to be as close to needles on up and on as you can, because when ACL takes over, man, she's gonna rip the controls right out of your hands and fly her into the boat.
It's gonna
And if you
Tesla her
touch
way
it at
back
any
home.
yeah, if you touch it at any time within that 6 miles to the boat, it'll kick off and you'll be on your own.
Jesus.
But yeah, you have to be at 140 knots right off the bat. It doesn't like it if you're going too slow, and it don't like it if you're going too fast.
Fair enough.
Kind of. Yeah,
The 18 or 14?
it's the 18. The 14 doesn't have ACL.
Can't buy it.
Yeah, you go ahead. And you're pretty much on your own because I've only landed the 14 on the boat twice. I know. I just know you're heavy, so you're gonna have to dump your fuel. You're gonna have to do all that to get in proper procedure. Alls I know and alls I can give you is that make sure that you are at 15 degrees of AOA. I know that's mandatory there. And then of course you'll rely a lot on Beetle tonight because of his LSO. He'll be able to talk you on, and he'll let you know if you're too low from the glide or too high, or if you're if you're right on the groove.
It's daytime.
Oh, it'll be nighttime K3. Yeah, we've already had the daytime training, and now it's nighttime.
That's a simple bit.
That's okay. That's why they make them out of, you can crash all you want, you can practice all you want. That's what tonight's all about, is practicing.
MVGs in the 14? Or just straight up?
I think the 14 has MVGs.
So I'm taking off
I never
the
use
land.
them. I always just
Yeah.
turn my gamma way up.
Yeah, copy
I
that.
don't even use them in the 18.
Okay, can I just take a look at it? Just one second. Show me not responding.
Of course not.
I haven't really got mods. I don't know if that's because of it. Just putting fuel in.
Hmm. And like I said, this one's on me. I don't know. Beetle's got Persian Gulf. He can teach the course.
Sure.
And I'm sure when Gadget gets on, he'd be more than happy to take over. If we can't get it up and on.
I mean, he's trying to put the on.
And Gadget's on.
Alright, just got back.
Okay, we're trying to push the caucus map with a boat at night. No weather, just a nice clear night. ILS, TACAN, all the norms that we have for the boat. But Beetle says it's not wanting to cooperate.
Well, I'm in the trading server right now. Is it the trading server you were trying to get into, Beetle?
Yeah, it's just show me not responding. Whoever's touching it right now is you guys.
Oh, it must be Tex.
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, okay.
It's me.
I think
Welcome, Wookie.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hey,
Hey, Wookie, why we got you here and you're new to the group and all that. Just up above muster room is a training request. You'll see hashtag training request. If you click on that and you scroll up a bit, you're going to see some stuff for the kneeboard. We're going to be working with the Case 3 recovery tonight. If you don't have the kneeboard in your plane, that's cool. All you have to do is leave it on Discord like this, and then just click on the board, and then you can reference it through your ship tab. It's no big deal. It's a little familiarization to show you what we're going to be doing tonight.
Well, I found that. Let me see if I can go right in that keyboard folder.
Yeah.
Still ship Katie.
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty. There's like ship P for the pilot, the ship K for the kneeboard. I believe it or not, I just bound kneeboard to the N key on my keyboard because it's not being used, and
interesting.
kneeboard knee, and I don't have to worry about hitting two buttons. I just hit one.
Texas is working.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Cool.
putting up training.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my bad. That was my bad. I knew about this Persian Gulf thing for 3 days now, and I forgot I took it off my playlist. I'll be right back.
Beetle, are you on it right now?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Yeah, he said that's the one I'm looking for. Right?
Who did that?
Texas. Wasn't me? No, wait, maybe it wasn't me. Maybe I moved the K. No, my mouse was in the touch screen.
Dang it! Dude, you just like did it in 2 seconds. I'm like, oh, I could have just done that the whole time for months.
You know, I was watching you and I was autistically screeching, watching you do that. I'm like, just let me fucking do it. Okay, so laptop is back, but now I'm on support assistance, onboard diagnostics.
Well, it's funny because it can't find a battery.
Well,
Did you plug the battery back in?
I think what happened is the battery connection came loose for whatever fucking reason. I don't know how, but I think it was the plug was pulled back just enough to where it lost connection. So it's back and running now.
It's those Texas earthquakes.
Well, I mean, I move it around a lot, but it sits on a TV tray, so I'm not really sure how that plug got pulled out.
Nobody knows.
But it's back, so I don't have to cancel Friday.
Awesome.
Well, I don't have a backup of Friday's mission, so I wasn't going to restart it either. I've already got like a week into it. Alright, well, the caucus is up. My laptop is running. The main server, I think, is still up.
Yep, it is.
Okay, so I'm gonna go back to not having a stroke now, and you guys have a good night.
Thank you, Tax.
I'm gonna need everybody to send me a box of Little Debbie's for my hassle, and then send you guys go order biltong from Gadget. Alright, y'all have a good night. I'm
You
out.
too.
Thank you.
Thanks, take it easy.
And this is all on me tonight, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay, quick question, whoever's going to be flying tonight, how's your SRS?
Last I checked, it was working.
Okay, Wookiees, you're muted.
You don't hop on now and just test it, and anybody has problems, you can try and fix it.
Yeah.
I think it's okay. It'll be the first time I'll go on these servers, but
If auto connect.
Are you humming the Venga Boys or what am I?
Yeah, the Vega Boys.
I kept on wondering, like, what the fuck? In 2025? Oh, you want someone in your room? I got you. I see what you're
Well,
saying.
I'm 45.
Oh, okay.
The server
So that
we
was
play in Arma,
I was in high school.
the server we play in Arma, all the vehicles you can turn the radio on. So whoever sets up the server,
Yeah.
he's got a good taste in music, man. He plays some really good tunes. Be on the
Oh my
Truman
God,
tonight.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
What's the matter, bud?
Give me a second. Sorry about that. Let me think. Fucking fart. This is not case 3.
It's not.
No.
Oh, hang on. Oh, it's daytime.
Just edit it for nighttime.
Yeah, that's why that was my fart moment. That's why I'm gonna type and just go edit it.
Wait a minute, is there an update?
And make sure, Beetle, please make sure that the ILS.
Was the update just released, or was it just because I repaired?
No, there was an update released today.
Today?
Really?
Yeah, it was just for campaigns, though.
Just left the update to play, I think, right?
It was like a DCS update.
Yeah, it was a DCS update for campaigns. It really has nothing else for us.
So it's a pretty small update.
Yeah, I mean, I as soon as I started my game up, it was done within like a minute and a half.
Oh, is that the one
It's
with
like less than a
5150?
megabyte.
No, I
Nobody
think that-
tried
I
to get
won't
less
say
than a
that. I
megabyte,
just have
less
good
than a
internet,
megabyte.
but I think it's small regardless.
Yeah, Gadget, I had one the other day when it popped in. It was like 5150.
But that's the update we did a couple days ago. Though, so
Yeah,
we don't have-
today's
Yeah.
one is less than a megabyte, but I don't know if Texas updated the servers.
I don't think so.
Uh-oh.
So, you want me to update the servers quick, Beetle?
Yeah, I mean,
Do you
Fox,
wanna-
Fox, what do you think? It's gonna take you a second?
I haven't had anything say anything about an update.
Let me quit.
When
When
I
you go
logged
to your
in.
launcher, I had that red dot. I was on earlier today, but it was.
Yeah, because even on my main page, I don't have anything saying anything. And when I loaded in, it says scanning for update, and it went right through.
Well, you might have did it without even knowing. It was
Yeah.
that small.
Could be.
Yeah, because it's pretty small. It's like less than a meg. What am I doing? Server update. Anybody on the server? I'm gonna quickly stop this server. I'm gonna close. I want to minimize it. I'm gonna close this. Closing training. I am gonna run update.
And we will not be telling Texas that it was daytime. We're going to leave him alone for the rest of the night.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Beetle can put it nighttime.
All right.
And
I
This
feel
is
bad
pretty
with this
solid.
day he's having, and I told him that Germany had all boom tankers in it, and he's like, "No way." I was like, "Yeah, I flew to both KC-135s, and we were both boom tankers."
did you see Baltic Dragon creating a campaign for the upcoming C-130? So it's pretty close to release. I think they're gonna release a campaign with the release of the C-130.
Is it a server update gadget, or it's just a player update? Because sometimes the server doesn't need to be updated. Because I still see my server even after updating. Let me see Growling if I see him. Let me see where the
Well,
Just let Gadget do his thing, and then we'll go from there.
well, can you guys hold on? Let me start the server. Let's see if you see it.
after my update, I still see the main though. I'm just saying.
Yeah, then okay. Are you editing the map on your computer and gonna upload it, or you want to edit it?
My computer, I'm gonna put it back in the drive with a little. Yeah.
Nice time. Just put it there.
It's gonna take a second.
Guys, while y'all are filling that up,
Hey,
is there a certain level of knowledge I'm supposed to show
No.
up today? I don't want to slow anybody down.
Nope.
No, well, the purpose is
this is
training
actually-
people that has no. Yeah.
This is
Sorry.
actually for the new guy. Anybody who's already done it, like Gadget and Beetle and all that, who've already, know how to, who've been through the bullshit, our milsim portion of it. This is for the new guys.
Cool.
I'm just gonna actually modify one thing as well.
I'm gonna try and shut up Fox 'cause I don't want to interfere.
It's a real basic class, Gadget, real basic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'll be-
help them on. I
I'll
want
be
them
the
to do it.
example student. I'll be the example student. You can say,
I want them.
now you
yeah,
can watch Gadget do it properly.
I want them to at least, on their marquee moms, if they have to, they can be able to do it 2 or 3 times before they get to Marshall, just so they start understanding what marquee moms look like. Teach them a little bit of, boat etiquette, on the deck, and then let Beetle crash them into the back of the boat about 5 times. So they get a workout.
Uniform one. Which one is it? Uniform.
I was kind of hoping we'd get Ash in here. He needs practice big time, but he has to work.
What's the time on the server? Can we?
I just changed it to 11.
But we can't just advance the server to a different time, right?
We talk about the in-game.
Yeah, like on the server, like change the game time.
Oh well, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, but like you mean without editing, like while it's running.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that.
No, I'm just. I don't know. I don't know if you can do that. I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. I don't know if you can.
Well, I bet you remember that thing. I bet that you remember that app. You can watch the server live, like the map and stuff. I bet you
Yeah.
can do that. Do we need? No, we don't, because it's a case 3.
All right.
There's statics that are now linked to the boat, so the statics will fall.
We don't have to have the destroyers. They're nice to have if they're 5 miles out and all that shit. It's nice.
They are, yeah. So it's not. I'm not gonna touch that. I was just making sure that they're there. Yeah,
got a full
everything's
moon?
5 miles, so probably. This is going there. Do we need tankers? What is this?
No, we don't need any tankers.
Okay.
If anything, they could respawn. We don't have to worry about air-to-air refueling.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, whatever they want, whatever you wanted them to do is either take off from the boat or they can take off from Sochi, which is what, 17 miles?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, whatever. Data. What's the furthest?
Alright, let me know once it's updated.
Yeah, I think I'm confirming now. 10 seconds. guess you have the server in front of you.
Yep. I'm just refreshing.
I am going
Refreshing. 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 All right. Download.
I'm happy you got your stuff worked out. As soon as you said tag view bugged me, I went in and erased tag view. I don't even know if it bugs me. I just don't care.
Yeah, it's just the fact that it's writing constantly to the drive, and if it's such a busy server like the
I don't need
Afghanistan map that Texas had, because that for me was a major issue when I joined Afghanistan. I
I'm at
had like 12,
2000 and
12 FPS, and it's because
12
TACView has
FPS.
to keep track of all the object in that map and then write it to the TACView file. So that's why it was just like dumping it so bad.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy you found it.
I wish I
And
could
yeah, as soon
find
as
whatever's causing my Pimax issues.
Okay, Max, yeah. Wish we could help. Get a couple that could help with that.
All right, Kung Fu, you guys are on the server. I'm gonna stop the server.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Yeah, fix my weekend issue.
Stop. Plus A1 add and A1 run and loading and resume and all right, it should be active. Have a look.
All right.
You're the best.
I know I'm the best.
Trading?
I got patience. That's why.
Yeah, it'll be the caucus map.
Yeah, what the-
Training.
Yeah, training. It's on.
Like Box 3 has a carrier training going on too.
Oh, would you look at that?
Oh, like
Yeah,
the,
well,
the company themselves?
Or just on one other server.
Yeah, I think they do that. I think that one's up all the time. Okay, how come we're not populating? Come on, populate, pal.
Oh, LSO, I don't even need to. The fuck? It's nighttime.
Yay!
Alright, I'm just gonna go change my overlay. Actually get up.
So she's closer, you guys said?
Well, so
Well,
she's
actually,
15 miles, so
I'd
it's
like
not
you
too
guys to
long.
be on the boat.
Oh, okay.
You can fly off a bit. And beautiful view. Man, stuff. I hate flying multiple aircraft. I hate it.
By spawning
Why is that?
I want to fly everything. I now want to fly everything. Overlay. Radio overlay.
Alright, I'm reloading. This thing, something happened.
Right. Set up all my quality settings again and let's see how it's. Oh crap.
I'm only gonna be on 1275.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
want everybody on. Yeah, comms 2, channel 2, 1275.
I
Comms
will.
2, channel 1, 1275. Alright, I'll be right back.
Set my setting.
Just jump into one of the CVW 11 slots or 2 slots.
That's what I did. That's what I did, I think.
Yeah.
See for Kung Fu on 11s.
there's not enough slots, you could just take off from land at this point. But I think there's enough.
Quite a few. I've never done this before, so see if it works.
I'm just gonna.
Looks like it put me on the land, boys. I don't have a.
Do you have the carrier module?
I probably don't because all those slots that have the carriers are grayed out. There's I can't click on them. I can click on it, but it threw me on the ground.
Oh.
I think I'm at Sochi. Let me find out. F10.
And we're back. All right.
It threw me at Sochi. I must not have a carrier module.
But can you land on it? I think. I don't know.
Oh
What
yeah.
is in the 14?
Yeah.
If he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
have the
you could-
module.
It can land on the boat. Yeah, that's no problem.
So you can't take off, but you can technically land because it has to physically be there.
Right.
Well, what'll happen is when he lands on the boat, he'll be able to launch from the boat. It's just that it's not. It wasn't placed on the multiplayer. It wasn't placed on the boat. He just probably put only 18s on. He probably didn't know we were having any F-14s. It's all good.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see.
But we can get everybody when they're on and everything else. We can do a little brief and then we get started as soon as
I don't even remember.
I'm in.
I have access to that map. Okay.
Oh, wait. I think I did something wrong.
Beetle, did you see the 1590 Astral?
For $3,400?
Do it.
Pretty happy with my computer. I paid a lot of money.
I need someone to share in my shame.
Oh, you have the Astral?
Are you thinking?
Want me to get
I
divorced?
bought the MSI because the Astral wasn't on.
Oh, don't worry. I'm there with you. I got the Asus Tough one.
Yeah, I spent just about $3,000 on it.
Why do I have
Samesies.
butterflies right now?
I got lucky. I got a white Aorus.
You guys are trying to get me
1590?
fucking divorced.
Yeah, white 5090.
Ooh,
How much is
nice.
that one?
$5,000.
Yeah, not quite that much. Close.
Jeez.
Why am I in a
$8,000
banana yellow
one?
plane? Or what the fuck am I seeing?
$8,000 one?
Okay,
Wow.
here, everybody listen up. Okay, rule number 1 and hard fast rule is when you slot into a boat, if you are not the flight lead, you do not get slot 1. That's
me.
good. Yeah. That's
All
okay.
right.
Tonight, I'll cut you some slack tonight. We're gonna be.
I'm moving.
No, I've already slotted in. You're cool.
Hold on, I have to.
No, don't change nothing while you're there, because I want everything staying cool.
I didn't.
I'm the only one on the boat. What the hell?
Yeah, no, I'll be coming right back.
Oh, okay.
I'm on a boat.
I just missed out on a
Okay.
setting.
Left. Do this.
Definitely getting rid of this training fucking crap. Where is it? Access. CV11. Pink.
This one here.
Oh, really?
It's gonna work for sure. There we go. It worked. I need to be here.
Interesting.
I missed anything?
No, hop on in.
We're almost done.
Yeah.
All right,
We
well,
have
it's good talking to you guys. I'll take
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, man, we all nailed it. Like nobody even failed.
We have a remedial class later just for people who are late.
Summer class.
That's bringing me. That's giving me
Summer school.
flashbacks. I'm
Oh.
already like.
Summer school. Oops.
Ugh.
No, you're cool.
We're here for you.
We
You
need
need to
somebody
go
to
home and
smoke
cry
land to
now.
the deck first.
No,
Sure,
I'm not
home.
gonna land on the deck. I'm gonna land in the back.
Yeah, fantail. You got to put a third
Yep.
tattoo there, right?
Yep, I've got two, and try to aim for a third.
All
I
right,
loved your cartwheel
so-
in the water the other day, though. That was cool.
Cartwheel in the water. Nice.
Was that coming back on, like basically approach or whatever?
Yeah, you boltered and then
After
you
I-
come around. Yeah. I think I sent you a picture.
Well, I
didn't
was. No, I don't think so. I was running like I was like 11,000 pounds in fuel, and I still had my my harms. So I was trying to jettison everything. I looked down, and
Oops.
that was a bad idea.
That's right. You said you were looking down when you.
Yeah.
The cannonball.
So should we be outfitted for NVGs or?
It looks pretty
That
right. to me.
that I will leave up to you guys because I don't. I use. I turn the gamma all the way up. That's how I play it.
Hmm.
Everybody
I
should
can't
actually
fuck-
use the China leg skin.
Let's see.
NVGs in.
I just don't
Jesus
like
Christ,
how the
can't see
NVGs, like, yeah, I can't see it shit with the NVGs.
That's
I,
fine.
I
that's
use
fine.
it intermittently. I just do. If I can't see the boat, I'm like, where the fuck is the boat? And I'll switch it on intermittently.
Okay, let's see. I really don't need my. Yeah, I'm gonna use the NVGs.
Jason can contest to that when we had our fun nights with no visibility and you don't even know if you're sideways and you like click out from the boat.
It'd be alright.
The moon's out though. There's some light.
All
I'd
right,
almost
let's
rather
do
have
a-
my Jahammocks and my needles in the Jahammocks.
All right, all right. Okay, let's do a little bit of a head count.
I'll be back in
Uh,
a minute. I'm just fiddling with my sounds.
Night Rider's here, Kung Fu's here,
Check.
Spam Sparrow, and Wookie. Okay, everybody's on board. If you're not on board, if you have to take off from the Caucasus, that's cool. Just start the lesson off. When we are on the boat, we do not have any lights on. Lights are off. No taxi, no formation. When we do have a deck crew that guide us, if you have never done it before, wait. All the other aircraft have gone, and then we'll walk you through it. You'll need make sure that your salute button is bound because that's what keys them up. Just be real slow when you're taxiing. Make sure your high gain is on, your nose wheel steering, and if he's guiding you to the catapult and you're not really lined up, you can ignore him to a point to where you can get yourself lined up, and then he'll start guiding you in normally. But like I say, don't push the issue. Don't go all cattywampus, and don't let him guide you like in between cats 1 and 2. He did that to me the other night, and I was like, because then it'll foul the deck. We're gonna have a nice, easy night. We're gonna go up. We're gonna fly out about 50 miles. You guys are gonna learn what marquee malls are. It's when the boat, you tell the boat, how far out you are. You're gonna use the comms menu for that. If you miss a step on the comms menu, the lights on the boat will not turn on. So we have to go in from the Marshall stack, from commencing from established to commencing to platform or checking in to platform, and then everything should work on the way into the boat. When he says checking in, what I want you to do is on 1275 is call into Beetle, who is in your LSO, and say checking in. Give them your board number, your fuel state, and you'll say Mother 200 checking in, fuel state 4.5, and he'll give you an acknowledgement, and make sure he'll give you the BRC. Okay. Now, when you're doing your course line on the BRC, remember the BRC is which way the boat is heading. So if the boat is heading 360 degrees, you have to -9 on that. Okay, to get the angle of the deck. So it would be 351 or 251. Sorry. So you can subtract 10, add 1.
But we'll have ILS, right? Yeah, ILS.
Yes, we do have ILS. Check your knee boards. It'll have it on the boat. It'll give you your TACAN, your ILS, and I don't know. Did we have ACLS? I
don't think so.
ACLS is usually 336 by default.
Link 4, yeah, 336. Yeah.
Yeah, is usually your default on that. If you have any questions when you're getting your marshal information, is just ask. Because what she's going to do is she's going to give you her DME. It's usually 21 miles behind the boat, but it's a reciprocal of the heading that the boat is on. So if the boat's on 360, she's going to give you, she's going to want to marshal you at 21 DME at 180 at either 8,000, 6,000, 9,000, whatever altitude she gives you, and she'll give you a time to start your commencing, whether it's 30 minutes after the hour, 10 minutes after the hour, and so on. Do not panic on this. Even for some of the more skilled pilots, they do it 2 or 3 times just to confirm that they got the right one. When she does give you all that information and you know what your final bearing is going to be, just hit your course button on your DDI. You'll see the CRS. Just hold that, and when it says CSEL in the upfront controller, type in your final bearing. So if that's 253, type in 253, enter. It'll give you a course line on your HSI. Follow that course line the best you can. The sooner you can get on the course line, the better. Okay? You'll get a little arrow key.
Just to confirm, that is your autopilot should not be on because it will throw you out of whack, right?
Correct. If you're in autopilot couple,
yes,
when you push in your course line, the plane will start flying to whatever that you're not in couple mode at the time.
Okay.
Okay. Do we have any questions so far? Did I go too fast? Has everybody got their jet set up? We never leave the boat without at least 2 AMRAAMs and 2 Sidewinders.
Oh, so we're actually okay. I thought we were gonna be.
Yes. Well, you never know in this
And
group.
Hawkeye is in the server.
You never know in this group if something's going to kick off or not, whether it's on purpose or if it's not on purpose. So just.
And Fox, should we remove our center tank just if you don't want to be too heavy?
Well, what I was going to teach them to do is, because we're going to go out 50 miles, is how to drop the tanks and how to dump fuel without getting freaked out. And the F-18 has one of the best deals in the business. Set your bingo to 4,500 pounds. When you're ready, just make sure you set your bingo to 4,500.
Okay, 4,500.
Okay. Now the 14 is different. The 14 is manual, but on here, if you're flying in, we can only land on the boat at 33,000 pounds or less. So if you're looking on there and you have like 10,000 pounds, you're way overweight. So you just hit your dump key on your left hip, and it will dump all the way down to that 4,500 pound, and then hit the shutoff valve, so you have 4,500 pounds to land with. If need be, you hit the Admiral's doorbell in an emergency, which is in front of the canopy release lever, the yellow button with stripes through it. You click that and it'll dump everything except for your cheek station and wing station. So, you know, if you happen to be bringing back a bomb, 3 tanks or whatever, it'll dump all that stuff for you. You don't have to worry about clicking individually, okay? It's an emergency dump. Is everybody pretty much ready to go, or?
I had to slot back in. Hold on a second. I'm setting
You
everything
want to
back
test
up.
SRS quick? Let's see, what is...
Oh, okay, yeah, let's see. Let me make sure I'm on channel 1.
275.
Like Fox said, for comms, it won't be perfect, even on my side, at least as of yet, you know, so we can all feel comfortable.
Yeah, another thing on comms, like what I just did to Beetle, don't do that. When the plane when a plane is in the groove and landing and Beetle is giving him information, everybody else remain off the radio. Okay, we can be on channel 1, which is 305. If you guys want to ask a question, ask it on comms 1. But during landing, comms 2 will be used to talk to Beetle.
If
Alright.
let's say you didn't understand, which is completely normal, what she just, like what Mother told you to stack on or whatever, Fox, what do you think? We should give him a new one, or
No.
just
No, let them run off the computer tonight. You don't need to do any marshalling, Beetle. All you do is the LSO landing and keep an eye on them, make sure they, you know, do what I did last weekend, and they're doing 21 miles in front of the boat, not behind the boat.
Wait, 21 miles in front?
It all depends on what marshal. Yeah, I didn't read my arrow right, and I was marshaling 21 miles in front of the boat.
What
one
the
thing I'm gonna confirm
fuck
with you
is
guys
going?
You got lights. It's still important.
Somebody's jet is just like gliding horizontally on the ship.
Yeah, that's desyncing.
Oh, okay.
Fox 1275, radio check. 5 by 5.
I'm
127 check.
You guys are reading 225.
Yeah, go to comms 2, channel 1. Comms 2, channel 1.
Check in 1275.
Loud and clear.
On the F-14, I have no idea where that is.
Oh, you can have Jester do it.
Shit.
Should we deafen Discord now and just go to SRS?
No, well, if you're having issues with everybody, if you're having issues with Discord or with SRS, just remain on Discord and we'll work that way. Okay, it's not a big deal. Beetle usually monitors both, and he can talk to you. All I want is to try to keep the crosstalk on the landings to a minimum. That way, Beetle's not, you're not saying something like to a friend, you know, hey, did you catch that movie last night? And Beetle's trying to tell him to come right and come left.
What's the TACAN channel?
TACAN is, I think, 5 tonight.
No,
75.
75X, and then 5
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
LAs. If you just press K in your keyboard, it'll show you on the keyboard what it is.
Oh, okay.
And
That is on. ILS is fine. That is on. Alright.
200 is getting ready to taxi. I don't care which 50-mile direction you go. I just want you all, this is not formation, this is you flying out 50 miles and then coming back towards the boat.
Copy that.
Copy 303, Gadget is green jet.
How do you know what number you are?
You just we and Fox already has numbers from before, so you can just do your call sign, I guess, right, Fox? Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool. Or you can have 2 and look at the nose of your plane.
Repeat, I didn't hear that.
You can F2 and look at the nose of your plane. It should have a number on it. That's your board number.
Roger.
14 in the green jet.
I'm good to go.
Would you ready to check on 305? Loud and clear.
XDL, this is to taxi to open catapult. We'll wait for you.
Yeah, when you're next, go ahead and hit your button. Once you are locked in on your catapult and you're about ready to take off, that is the time to turn your lights on. Not that one. That one, launch bar. And if it does happen to bug while you're taxiing to a runway and it's messing up, just go ahead and respawn and come back in. $200 is spooling up.
Please, Cat 2.
Night Rider, green jet.
Passing 2.5 fuel.
Two or three splitting up. Launch. Salute.
Not given an option to taxi here. Okay, make sure you hit your nose wheel, stern, or your salute button, whatever you have that bound to.
Two or three passing 2500.
No, I think we should have everybody on Discord, and they can use their comms to talk to Beetle.
I just don't know if everybody has the push to silent or the push to mute set up, but We can try that.
Yeah.
Ash launching on Cat 1.
Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, gentlemen, everybody unmute Discord. We're going to do general chat. If you have questions, we'll do the chat on that. Just use your comms to talk to the boat and to talk to Beetle. If we monitoring 305, unmute your Discord, and we'll just go ahead and we'll do general conversation, and if you have questions, we'll answer them on Discord, and when you're ready, we can use the comms menu to talk to Beetle. Harrier. Sweet move. Everyone copy that?
Yeah. Copy.
Copy.
Okay. So like I say, climb up to a suitable altitude, 20, 25,000, whatever you feel comfortable with. It's no big deal. Just remember, this is kind of like we're flying back from a mission, and we're heading into Mother. So I like it at 50 miles when you contact. It gives you some room to breathe. If you're doing it at like 10, 15, 20 miles, and you're talking to Mother, it can be a little hectic for you your first few times. So give yourself some spacing. If you have to call Mother more than once, just do your marky moms. If there's some you miss, go ahead and abort, and then do it again.
Copy.
And if something's not working or something's not like that, just let us know. We'll talk you through it.
Night Rider.
Heading 150, passing 15,000. Heading for Angels 25.
Night Rider launching off Cat 4.
Roger, man.
Ash climbing through 12,000, heading over 000.
Do you know how to set up the push to mute on Discord?
I thought I did.
Maybe it's not found.
It did that, I've had to rebind it a few times. I don't know what's going on.
Is it maybe when you plug out your controls and then start Discord? And because if you start Discord and your controls, your HOTAS is unplugged, and you start Discord, sometimes if you plug it back in, it doesn't recognize it. You have to rescan it in Discord or something, let it rebound. I don't know, maybe it's that.
No, because I hardly ever turn my computer off unless I need to.
Yeah.
And everything stays connected. I don't know it's been doing this here lately, and then all of a sudden it'll start working again. I don't know.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Although I know I was having trouble with SRS a minute ago. I had to restart that.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear on SRS as well, though. You're good.
I'll deal with that later, I guess.
Yeah, we have time. Alright, 203 Angels 25, heading 150, and 23 miles from the boat. State is 9.1.
We'll do this. I'll jump out of Discord. I'll close out Discord, restart it, and see if that fixes it.
Well, yeah, you got time.
Autopilot.
Hey, Fox.
Yes, sir.
Your blinky's on.
Yes, sir. And I see you on my right wing. How's everybody doing?
Fine, I guess.
Doing all right, I guess.
Yeah. Wookie?
Almost airborne.
Okay.
Well, he's just asking to check because Fox did. Yeah, you got me.
Yeah, I can hear you on Discord
On
and
board.
on both. Just go
buzz
in your,
again?
yeah, just go to audio settings. Go to your, go to Discord. Go to audio settings, or user settings, and then voice and video.
Well, I see the mute symbol
Keybinds.
on Discord.
Really?
When I, yeah.
You got a copy on me?
There we go.
I do.
Yep, that worked.
Okay, gentlemen, Fox Hunter's 50 miles out. I'm making my turn. I will be calling Mother. If you're on 127, you should be able to hear what she's telling me. Okay, so here we go.
Marshall 203, Marky Mops 314450, Angels 16.5, holding hands with 200, 010, low state 8.9.
Okay, were you able to hear what she was telling me?
Yeah, it went a little fast, but
Yeah, that's what I was. That's okay. Like I said, if it's too fast for you, go ahead and abort, and then do it again, and you'll start hearing it. She's wanting me to be at 9,000 feet at 21 miles after the boat, and be at Angels 9. So, I'm making my turn. I'm coming around, and if you look on your heading bug, I have an arrow showing me which way the boat is at, which direction Mother is going. So I'm going to fly the radial of that and go out 21 nautical miles, establish 9,000 feet, and I'm going to call in established.
when you say fly the radial of that, what does that entail?
Okay, she's giving me, yeah, she was giving me a BRC of 253. That's which is the boat's heading.
Yeah.
So I am going to fly the opposite direction of that. So if it was 360, it'd be 180. So 253 is right around, looks like 095-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go 21 nautical behind the boat because that's where she wants me to marshal. That's where the stack's going to be. And she wants me at 9,000 feet. Now, she might put you at 10,000 feet or 8,000 or even 6,000. It's up to her when she's telling you that.
Gotcha.
So your main numbers you want to know is how far behind the boat, what angels does she want you at, and what her final bearing is, or her BRC. She's not giving a final bearing; she's just giving a BRC.
Yeah, I put the BRC in, and then it shows the line through the boat, and it has the arrow pointing the direction the boat is going. So I'm gonna marshal behind the boat on the other side of the arrow at whatever miles she gives me, the DME.
Gotcha. Okay.
$50 I'm gonna, I don't know why it also, that's sometimes the problem with the marshalling, Fox. If somebody else calls in, sometimes they say holding hands with me or someone, and then it says that I'm already inbound.
Yeah,
But
go
I'm
ahead
just
and
abort
just
and then
abort.
read.
Yeah, just abort and redo it. Yeah.
Abort. And then, let's see, A-18C, Harry Truman, inbound.
203, Marky Mops 154450, Angels 25.5, holding hands with 200, 010, low state
Okay. Gave me the same as yours, Fox.
Yeah. That's
It
fine.
did
Marshall.
him the same, but Fox has already started his timer.
Yeah.
His is gonna be, well, my clock is like 23 minutes. Yours is still 31, since you just got yours.
So when you're out at 50 miles, that's when you start the call, right?
Yeah, you make your turn back towards the boat. You know, you have your tachyon up so you know where your heading bug is. And then make your turn back towards the boat, and during your turn, just go ahead and call in the boat on, you know, through your F10 menu, or not your, through your up, you know, whatever, your menu key, and just say inbound, and she'll give you,
Everything you need.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm going to fly to about, I think mine was 24 DME and 9,000 feet. So I'm going to fly about, keep my distance about 25 miles. And as I hit the BRC line, once I hit that line, the course line, I'll call in established.
Gotcha.
And
so
then,
the BRC is what's directly behind the boat, correct?
No, the BRC is the direction that the boat is going. So
Oh yeah.
that's to her direction. She's going to give you a radial of that direction behind the boat. Her DME is going to be, you know, 21, 24, angels this, angels that. But she's going to give you the radial that she wants you at. So if she says 253, that's her heading, but she's going to give you a DME of a different number.
Okay.
And that DME is what you want to be, or rather,
On, yes.
yeah, that's what you want your heading to be. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to fly out to that DME. So like mine's 21. I have my course line up. I have my heading bug on my HUD. So I'm just flying right now. I haven't even got to her yet. I'm still 14 miles in front of the boat.
Mm.
well, it's a Marshall on the 7.3. So 7.3 is the radial, and then mine is 24 DME. So it wants me 24 miles on the radial, which is 73, which is behind the boat. And the opposite of 73 is the BRC, which is 253. So 180.
Gotcha.
And basically, I think you just want to be behind the boat at the DME, the amount of miles, 24 miles or whatever she gives you behind the boat.
Okay.
And what I usually do is I head the opposite way until I'm like, say, a few miles further than my DME, and then I turn into the boat so that I'm going to reach my 24 miles while I'm on that line, and then I call in commencing. Fox, are we going to do the actual approach times, or are we just going to start commencing when we're on the line?
Well, I want everybody to, once you get into your Marshall stack, don't worry so much about the commencement time. Once you hit your Marshall and you say established, is when we're going to decide, you know, we're going to look around. You can't be on somebody's ass. You got to be at least 4 minutes behind the plane in front of you. We got usually a 4 minute window. If you're a little bit behind that, that's fine. When we do missions, is we all fly back home together, and we fly in a formation. We get to Marshall at the same time, and then we fly our timing bug. Like mine's 31, and if me and Gadget got to our established points at 30 and at 31, I always start commencing at 21 miles behind the boat. Period. Even if I'm marshaled out 24, I start dropping altitude at 21 nautical. And then that gives me my stuff. It works excellent that way. But yeah, so as it sits right now, I'm just about 10 miles out of Marshall, and I'm doing 419 knots. I'm at 16,000 feet, so I'm going to be dropping down to 9. So if you get to the Marshall, just stay in your Marshall and do a left-hand orbit. until it's your time. You might even almost be over land by that time.
I went like 70, 80 miles past.
Well, that's fine. You know, I just want you getting used to calling the boat at about 50 miles.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
I'm
and
at
I think if
57
you're
right now, coming back in.
yeah, and if you're on the course line heading to the boat and you're like 50 miles or 40 miles, stay on the course line until you're at your DME. Like I'm going to be 24, so if I'm going in but I'm not at my commence time yet, or there's somebody already in front of me, on my 24 I'll make a left turn to get into a Marshall orbit. So then when I get back around, I should be a couple of miles back out. All right, wants me at 9,000.
Fox, I'm on your chat. Following you.
Copy. I'm establishing a left-hand orbit now.
What's the orbit speed again, Fox? Is it 300?
Yes, your 300 is a good speed.
Marshall 014. Marshall 00745. Angels 26. State 8.7.
Off talking, but nav clear, or not even nav clear, the Heritage flare is great because in this suit, I could see you.
I know at 9,000 feet she put me right in there, didn't she? Alright, and I have 25 after the hour, so I got about 5 minutes to burn. I'm not going to wait that long since I'm first in the Marshall. I'm going to make my orbiting turn. I'm going to come out on my course line, and I'm going to say commencing. And Gadget, have you established yet?
Not yet. I'm about
Okay.
15 miles from course line, but I'm at 9,000.
Okay, we just make one spin and commence.
Okay.
Hands with 200. 010. Low state 7.9. Marshall on that 73. 27. DME Angels 12. Expected approach time is 39.
And once you commence, like I do,
200 is established and commencing.
200. MNC. State 9.4. Altimeter 2.
I do my descent rate starting from commencement. I do 2,400 feet per minute, and then once you hit platform, you call in, and then I do, and then you go back to I think 1,200 feet per minute descent rate, and then you should hit your glide slope. Then you stop at 1,200 feet. Right, I'm on course line, but I'm still 40 miles out, Fox.
Yeah, I'm commencing now. So yeah, just make your first spin, come on course, and go ahead and commence. That should
Yeah.
give you at least a 4-minute. Give me a 4-minute head start on you.
Yeah, no, you're way in front of me. I'm about 20 miles behind you still.
No problem.
Checking in 60 miles. 200. Platform.
13 miles out.
Roger.
On course 253. State 91. Dumping fuel.
Request navigation assistance.
So the
Fox, did you call in the boat?
Yep.
Sorry guys, the descent rate and speed is 250 knots descent rate at 4,000 feet per minute first until you hit 5,000 feet, and then you go down to 2,000 feet per minute. I am commencing, I'm calling in commencement. Oh, items are established. Commencing.
Beetle, I'm 6 miles out.
Roger.
So at 50 nautical miles from the boat, it's already saying that I'm inbound for some reason.
Well, you are inbound.
Okay. So I just keep heading. When do I actually start to say established, I guess? Or commencing?
When you're 21 miles out past the boat, out in your marshal stack. Okay, Beetle, up and low.
Okay, let me see this thing.
Don't forget your hooks down. It's not giving me platform.
I just clicked it anyways.
Oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, platform.
Okay, got the boat. Okay, Beetle, I have the lights on the boat.
Yeah, confirm, call a ball when ready. I got you on the phone.
Beetle, this is 203 and Angels 3.6 and about 13 miles off the boat.
Roger.
$200 to call the ball, 4.7.
Roger, ball. You're right, come left. Keep coming left. Bounce on the line. Keep coming left. Looking good. Alright, keep what you got. Looking good. On and on. You're drifting left a bit. Come right. And keep coming right.
Alright, I'm about 7 miles out. I'm going dirty.
You got this. Beautiful. You got it. One wire.
I get one about 4 miles off about.
Roger.
200 is to clear the LA.
You got clear.
Marshall 200. Marking ops 085450. Angels 111.
Alright, Gadget, I got you. Call the ball when ready.
03010. Low state 4.3.
Copy here for 1, 2, 3, state 6.6.
Roger ball, you got lights as well. Looking good. You're on and on, Gadget. Keep what you got.
Back in.
Looking really good.
Damn it.
The lights went back off.
Brakes on me.
They did. I got you. Don't worry. Keep what you got. You're on and on. On and on. You're looking really good. You're still really good here. Drifting a bit left, but you're good. You're drifting left. Come right just a bit. Looking really good. Alright, you got it. On and on. Keep what you got. Little power. You got it. 2 wire. Very nice. Beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
512. Established Angels 11.5. State 7.5.
All right, gentlemen, how you doing?
Okay, I think I'm established. I'm at 45. Oh, I'm 45 nautical miles away.
Okay, let's see here. That. We talking about Wookiee?
No, this is Knight Rider right now. Well, I don't know who's talking.
Knight Rider, yeah, you're still over land. You're not established until you're about 20. Your DME is 24 or 21. That's when you go established.
Okay.
Wookiee, you look like you're in a good pattern. Looks like I got you about.
Just about
Go
10
ahead.
minutes here, about 3 miles.
Okay. Yeah, I got you at 28 nautical, so about 4 miles or so. Yeah, go ahead and call your commencing, or if you're, you can say established now if you like. And then keep flying the course line, and when you get to 21 nautical, just hit your commencing, and then follow And if you have your ACL on, it'll in your ACL box, it'll show you your altitude they want you to drop and your speed. It's kind of like an inboard deal on there. Make sure your hook is down. Same with Night Rider. Make sure your hook is down. And Night Rider, I have you 33, so about another 10 miles. Go ahead and call your establish.
Okay.
And then when you start your commencing, what I'd like you guys to do is go ahead and call into Beetle and say that you are commencing the approach, and he'll pick you up and start talking you in. Just make sure you go through your comm cell, because after you commence, you're going to check in, talk to Beetle. When you're at 4,000 feet, you're at platform. And keep it coming down. Keep it coming down to 1,200 feet. Okay, Wookie, call your commencing.
Peter, this is Wookie commencing 20 miles DME.
Copy that, I got you.
Now you got to do that on your SRS. He was muted, isn't he? Yeah, I gotta get out. Beetle, go ahead and unmute. I have one jet that's no longer on SRS. Copy, Beetle? Copy, Beetle?
Yeah, I hit you.
Okay. Yeah, we...
Oh, man.
These guys got this deck all fouled.
Is it Wookie that doesn't have SRS?
Okay, I'm
I might... Go ahead. Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him, Beetle.
Established Angels 11.5. State 7.1.
Yeah, Wookie, again, 27.5.
Okay, Wookie, right about here. You're about 9 miles behind the boat. Go ahead and make sure your gear flaps and hook are down.
So at established, I start going down to...
You start descending to from 12,000 down to 5,000 down to 4,000. At 4,000, call platform.
Okay, so I'm at 11 right now.
Slow down. Yeah, and hit your air brake.
Okay.
You need to be about 250 knots. Wookie's on approach. I don't want you climbing up his butt too fast. So go ahead and throw that speed brake out.
Speed brake
keep
is
coming down to. Okay.
Yep.
And then what's your altitude?
Angels 10.
Okay. Oh, you're way high. You got to keep coming down fast, because you're only 13 miles out from the boat. You guys, you're too high.
Gotcha. So I should be entering, or I should be commencing at about, you said, what was it?
21 miles.
Okay.
Go ahead and do me a favor and make a left-hand orbit back to 21 miles out.
Gotcha.
And be at 9,000 feet, and just maintain that at 300 knots. We'll just bring you back out to Marshall.
Wookie is platform.
Copy, Wookie.
Okay,
We got a lights.
Wookie, make sure you have your ILS box.
LS is back.
Yeah, Night Rider, keep that left turn coming. I want you to make a hard left to come back on course line, and
You want me to go out to 21, right?
yes, but make a hard left. I see you still making a kind of a slow left, but make sure your gear and flaps are up and all that good stuff. You can bring in your speed brake for now, and you're at 6,000 feet. Go ahead and bring just hit your BL right now. just maintain 6
Rookie,
knots.
your final bearing will be 253, DRC 262.
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
253.
Okay.
Think-
Knight Rider, yeah, just go ahead and hit your BL autopilot and just maintain that 6.7 altitude. Go out to 21, and then make sure your course line is set at 253.
Yep, that part is
Okay.
the case.
Okay. So when you're flying out now, your course line should be on your left side.
That is correct.
Zoom it into 5 miles.
You want my essay
Yeah,
on
on your HSI, zoom
Yeah.
it into 5.
Yep, got it.
Okay, now that'll give you a more accurate reading on your course line.
Valid.
Okay. Okay, you're just about there. Go ahead and start a left turn. About, make it about a 35, 40 degree left turn. I want you to start slowing down to 250 knots. So bring it, take the ATC off and bring your speed brake out to 250.
Yep, I got 245.
Okay,
Yes.
ATC on. That's cool. Just leave it right like there, because what we're going to do is in your descent, you're going to throw your speed brake out, chop your throttles, and I want you slowing down fast, but I want you to decelerate. I want you to descend from your commencement to when you hit 5,000 feet, or when you hit commencing, and you say commencing, and then you call. She'll say your thing, and then she's going to want you to check in with Beetle.
Call the ball when ready, Rookie.
Okay. So when you, and then you're going to keep descending.
I'm not sure what that is.
And you're.
Don't worry about it. All you gotta say is ball. When I say call the ball is when you see the little ball I have, the little light,
Commencement button.
and you give me your future state. But don't worry about it. I got you.
Night
Yeah.
Rider, hit your commencement button.
Hitting.
Okay. Now start descending to
Roger, ball. I got you, dude.
Start descending.
A little power. You're looking really good.
And like I say, chop your power and
Just a
make
bit of
sure.
power.
If
A
you
little
go
low.
250, that's cool.
Yeah, you want me to throw on my flaps?
You're tripping a bit left. You're looking really
Not
good.
yet, not yet. I want you to just start slowing down, and I want you to start dropping to 5,000 feet.
Gotcha.
Little
Come out,
power.
'cause you're
And
off
come
course
right.
line.
Trying to get back on course.
Keep coming right.
Okay, right about now, you do a check.
Keep coming right.
Your call is checking in.
Looking good. Keep coming right. Easy with it.
Oh, nope. Checking.
Yeah, just go ahead and hit your checking in.
Checking in 19 miles.
Yep.
Keep coming right. You're looking good.
And after you check in, I want you to call Beetle and let them know that you are commencing.
Okay. Now I'm at 5,000 miles. Should I speed up to 250?
Just come right a bit.
Keep it at 250, because if anything, we're going to start dropping speed.
Gotcha.
So anything you're
Coming right.
at 4,000 feet, hit your platform
Little
button.
power. Power.
Sorry, my bad. I can't hear you.
You got
Go ahead.
this.
Go ahead and hit your platform button.
All right.
Beautiful. 2-wire.
Platform.
3-wire.
Okay, now you're going to keep that descent coming down to about 1,200 feet.
Yeah, 3-wire.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want 1,200 feet, and then you want your speed to start dropping down to 150. And when you get to 250 or so, go ahead and put your flaps and your gear and your hook down. Make sure all that's down. You're dirtied up. But right now on 127, if you don't have it, is call Beetle and say, Beetle, I am platform.
Hold your wings.
Beetle. Oh, sorry. Beetle. I am platform. Night Rider platform.
Go.
Copy that. You got the lights.
Okay, just maintain that course line. You want to stay on that as best as possible.
Yep.
And like I say, once you get down to about 1,200 feet and within 10 nautical miles, you want everything geared up, and then you're going to start making sure your ILS is boxed, and that'll start coming in. You're going to come into the Ollie Burke, and by that time you're going to want to start flying the needles, and Beetle will take over, and you say, and check your fuel. What's your fuel state?
Fuel state is 6,000.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah, state 6.
Okay, you can dump the rest of your fuel now if you want. Just hit your dump key because you have your bingo was set at 4,500, right?
Correct. Do I need to drop more because I'm still at 3,500
No,
feet?
no, it'll. You want to be at 1,200 feet, so keep coming down. If you have to, throw your speed brake out and slow down a bit.
Okay.
It's all good. You're allowed to do that. You're the pilot, man. You can do that.
Absolutely.
Marshall 1014. Marking Mops 086 445. Angels 25. Hold enhancement 015. Low state 9.5.
015. Lone Warrior Marshall, case 3 recovery, CD1 approach. Expect final bearing 253.
2 3's gonna launch quick.
Marshall on the 7331. EME Angels 60. Expected approach time is 015.
All right, keep an eye on that course line there.
Yep.
Okay. I've got you at 8 miles.
You said I want my gear out.
Yeah, you want gear, flaps, and hook.
Yep.
And you want about 150 knots. Now, what you're going to do is when your E bracket comes up,
Yeah.
and what you're going to want to do is make sure you use your trim button, not so much your stick. And you can use your throttle to maintain height and distance. When you're coming in, when you're about 3 miles out, you're going to start wanting to watch that cross line. You got a vertical line, which is your center line.
Yeah.
And your horizontal line. Now that horizontal line is what's going to, when it starts dropping, you start cutting power. But when you pull back on the power, make sure you push back forward on the power. You're constantly working the throttle to maintain staying your center of your HUD, your velocity vector on that center line. That'll be your descent rate. Above your altitude box is a little altitude, is a marker, so if you're in radar mode.
I'm currently what, 6 nautical miles out, and I'm on heading 253 or BRC 2.
Now's the time. Yeah, now you're going to start flying your needles.
Okay.
You see the vertical bar?
Yeah, I see the vertical bar.
That's now your center line. Don't
Got
worry
it.
about your course line no more. Your horizontal bar, that is your altitude. That's when that starts going down, you want to go down. Okay, Beetle, he's all yours. Beetle will talk you in.
Oh, I'm actually not seeing any. I'm only seeing the course line. I'm not seeing the ILS stuff. Do I need to box ILS?
Yeah, you box your ILS.
Where's that?
On your
It's
HSI,
all right.
on the left. Yeah.
Well, I'm not seeing my ILS.
Do you go
Did
click
you
on the ILS
Do
button
you have
and
it
turn
set
it
up?
on?
Hey. Do you have it
Sorry,
set up?
Yeah, I have ILS channel 5. It's on.
Okay, boxed. And then on your HSI, it's boxed.
I don't see it on my HSI.
It'll just be underneath your HSI. It'll say ILS.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't see it. Am I in the wrong mode?
You should be in You should be in your HSI mode.
Yeah, I'm seeing
Where you tack in.
waypoint.
You see TACAN on the left side.
Yeah, I see TACAN on. Well, I don't see TACAN actually.
Then you're not in your HSI. Hit your center line, or hit your center button on your MFD, and make sure your HSI is up.
Yeah.
Alright, now, if you want to land, I got you. Call the ball when ready.
Oh Jesus, I'm way off. I got a wave.
Talk to him, Beetle. Talk to him because he ain't got his needles.
All right, now you're just a little high. Come down. Take it easy. Slow it down and come down.
All right,
I got you, dude.
sounds good.
I got you. I'm looking at you. Keep it like that. You're on the center line.
Oh, I see you.
Yeah, keep coming down. Slow down. You can put some brakes on. Just a bit. You're still very high. Keep coming down.
Coming down.
So easy with it.
Ooh, sorry.
Alright, slow down, slow down. You're looking very good. Just like that, on and on. I gotcha. You're drifting left. Come right. Keep coming right. Come right. You got it. You're a little low.
Oop. Bolter.
There you are.
Oh, made it.
Nice job, buddy.
Okay, I think I see what the problem is. Is it because I have my... Can you have your TAC and an ILS on at the same time?
Yes.
Box, I mean, rather, I should say.
Yes. Yeah.
So then
You
where
can
the...
box your TACAN, ILS, and ACL box, all boxed. But what I was thinking is, if you didn't see ILS,
Yeah.
you weren't in HSI, so that could be something different, though. I mean, you might be seeing something that I'm not understanding. So remember, when you're at 50 miles out,
Yeah.
you want to turn off air to ground, air to air. You don't want none of that on. I usually use my left FD for my HUD, my right MFD for my HSI. I even have my DDI on HSI. So I have two versions. I don't have the SA page up or nothing like that. So, and then when you put your course line in, it's, you type that in, and then that line comes up, and that's your directional. That's basically a navigational tool for you. You can fly to your course line, get to your boat, get to your Marshall stack, and all that good stuff with that course line, and then make sure that your TACAN is on. Make sure your ILS has to be on, just like your TACAN. So when you type in 5, you got to make sure you turn it on. That might have been it too. It might not have been on.
We got Kung Fu as well.
Okay. So
We got Ash.
if you're having problems with him parking you, it's okay to go ahead and respawn back in. If you guys, as long as the deck's not foul, if you want to go back up, you're going to have to go through the same process again. Whoever's in the multicolored jet, you're going to have to despawn, because he's not going to guide you no more.
Okay. So I just
go ahead
despawn?
Yeah, just go ahead and respawn back into a plane.
Okay.
And then once everything, the deck, look, as soon as he despawns, the deck is clear for anybody who wants to go back out. Okay. Any questions so far, gentlemen?
I guess I just...
I know it's CR14, guys.
You're right. I guess I just need to kind of play around and figure out ILS properly.
No, that's fine. That's what we're doing right now. This is what this is all about. This gives you the opportunity to get up there, and the 50 miles is a buffer zone. Sometimes a lot of us, man, we might not call the boat until we're 20 miles out. But like Gadget, Beetle, myself, we've been through the rigors of Jammer, and he's drilled it in our head, so much. It's a whole different ball game. So what I'm trying to do is be a little bit more lighthearted with it. Let you learn at your pace.
Gotcha.
Answer your questions, not question your question, but answer your questions for you. So in flight, if you're having issues, by all means ask, so we can give you the correct answer. Okay.
Yeah, so what's interesting is, now that I'm on the ground, I have TAC, I can see my ILS. And I was in the exact same screen. Interesting. So I wonder what happened that put me in a mode that I
Um,
couldn't see it.
well, sometimes these things do bug. So if you want, you can go ahead and despawn and jump back in. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah.
If your plane's not acting right, just get a new one,
Fair.
especially after landing. Okay. Sometimes these things get, like even when I landed, it kept throwing the brakes on me when I was trying to taxi over to my parking spot. My brakes kept coming on, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" So instead of fouling the deck, I just despawned.
Yeah. Perfect. I'm glad Beetle got me in. Oh, I never said thank you, Beetle.
Beetle did no. Beetle's one of our best LSOs we got.
Thank you, Beetle, for guiding me in. Made it back to the boat safe and sound. Night Rider signing out.
Nice job, Beetle. Okay, looks like we have a Tomcat on deck. Nice.
Oh, okay. I want to watch this while I scuff down something to eat. Wait, where is the Tomcat?
203, hopefully we have to catch
Oh, it's already in there.
Ash is 10 miles
out.
Beetle, you move it? Beetle? You lose Beetle?
Go sleep.
Off an LSO.
Oh, shit. Going into the F10 map right after you're in a night mission is not advised, especially in VR. Oh my god.
Make the water a little deeper.
All right, Ash.
Alright, let's see.
203, so look.
Ash, you copy me in SRS?
Yeah, I got you, Beetle.
Copy.
Not seeing my needles though.
Yeah, don't worry. You got the lights. Deck's foul, or actually deck's clear right now.
Gear down.
Call the ball when ready. I see you.
It's down and locked.
So night, I'm with the guys
Bolter,
from Tech
bolter,
and
bolter.
Outlet.
I never slowed down. I had speed brakes out and everything.
Your ATC was on.
Aw, mother trucker.
So, Beetle, was that you trying to say something?
I was gonna
On,
say, for me, for the
Yeah, copy. Go ahead. You're
Tech
clear to taxi. Look at that beautiful bird.
For the TACAN?
yeah, for TACAN, so the procedure I do is pick TACAN on the button, then you put 7.5 enter, and then click on the on off button, make sure it shows on.
Okay.
And then straight to the ILS button, push in 5, enter, make sure that is on. And then on the HSI, you should have both straight away, and you just push the TACAN on the left, as well as the ILS on the left. So they should both be boxed.
Gotcha. Yeah, I see that now.
Hawkeye, is he going to hook you up even with comms?
Oh. They used to.
don't know. I have yet to use the F-14 with this new deck crew. Because when you're in your parking spot, you have to hit your call salute key. You have to hit the salute key to get the deck crew to start taxiing you. There you go. For some reason
Sometimes
they're
it takes a
moving
while.
now.
Sometimes it
Yeah,
takes-
they're just a little bit delayed.
Yeah, Gadget. He's in the 14. That's why I was asking.
And then
Ooh,
sometimes it
well
also
done.
like does the wheel chocks and all that stuff. It takes like 30 seconds.
Whoever's taxiing, stop. Oh, well, I guess it's not gonna. Yeah, let that other plane get out of the LA zone.
My bad, I was watching the slide right again.
Yeah, he, for some reason. Okay, start folding your wings, Ash. I'm looking.
He handed me off, but I don't see anybody.
Yeah, he's
Right
back. He
behind
wants you
your-
to
your
turn
right
left. He
wing.
wants you to turn left.
Turn left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy behind you.
Turn left. Just turn your wheels left and go left and straight. There you go. Now straighten out and go forward. Go. Straight. There you go. Oh, slow down, man. Now he wants you to keep turning left. Make a whole hard left. I don't know why he's doing that, but it's
I
what
don't
he
see
wants.
anybody. Yeah.
They're behind
He's on
you.
your left shoulder.
He had passed me off. That's the weird part.
I just, there he goes. He wants you to keep coming left now. Start straightening your wheels out. Okay, now stop there for a second. Now, Night Rider, go ahead and taxi forward.
Oh, I'm just chilling in the. Oh, you want me to taxi forward to change?
Yeah, he's waving you forward.
He's waving me forward.
Okay. I want you to get out of Ash's way.
Should I just despawn?
He's talking to
No.
me.
If anybody wants
Night
to,
Rider, I'm sorry. Okay, Ash, go ahead and start taxiing forward. He wants you to go straight. Go straight. There you go. Now left. Turn left.
Oh, I see what happened.
Keep turning left. Keep turning left. Alright. Ash, he's bugged. You just go ahead and you can go ahead and park. Or just go ahead and despawn and come back in.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah, I'm parked all the way here on the other side, so
okay. No, that's fine.
I don't know who's taxiing right now.
I think that's Night Rider.
No, I'm parked.
Oh, okay. Then that's
Wookiee's taxing.
okay. Wookiee's taxing. All right.
Yeah, Wookie.
Yeah, damn, I hate that crew.
I know. Sometimes it
Nothing
works.
wrong.
Sometimes
You were doing nothing wrong, Ash. Doing
like
nothing
I've
wrong.
learned the trick is to go slow, really slow. Just follow exactly what they say. So if they saying come, as soon as they say stop, you just stop immediately, and then you wait for them to say which way, and then you slowly turn that way. Just keep turning slowly until they say stop again. So if you go too fast, you're gonna like overshoot it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, he was telling me to go. He turned right, and then I saw him pass me off to the other guy, but there was no other guy.
The other guy didn't light up. Yeah, I usually just spin my head around like, which guy is he turning?
Well, I was like,
Sometimes it's
weird.
buggy though.
It was weird, Gadget, because they handed him off to the guy on the nose.
Where
He was
is my
holding his
phone?
wings, and then all of a sudden the guy he handed off to was the guy behind him, not the guy in front. You know, so it was like, where do you want me to go?
So I think they would maybe the other guy was trying for the other jet. Maybe they were like mixed up.
Yeah, I thought he
Yeah,
put me on the fantail.
Yeah. So, okay, it's all worked out.
All right, I am gonna jump off though. Go spend a little bit of time with the wife.
Okay.
Your radio will be 73, so if you
Enjoy.
need to turn around.
About
Okay, I get it now.
Kung Fu, you're gonna come out to the boat?
I'm gonna try and stream if anybody wants to watch.
Yeah, I'll
this.
head back out. I locked up and had to go get a new plane.
Okay.
I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So.
Well, we'll talk you down. Beetle's good at that.
All right, Fox Beetle, thank you for tonight.
Sure, you're welcome, buddy.
And until next time, y'all.
I'm gonna try and stream. I'm gonna see if it works. Streaming Discord. But I just tried a minute ago and it crashed my DCS.
Oh, jeez.
Trying to do too many things at once. Seems to be working. I don't know. Right, where is everybody? Alright, I'm spawned in.
£12,000 of fuel trying to burn it off.
I'll drop your center tank.
I have no
Use
tanks
it.
on this thing.
Is it a 14?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where the fuel dump.
Mm.
Yeah, these guys just yeah.
They don't want to acknowledge you, do they?
I've tried removing wool
they're
chocks
directing me
and
right now,
after
so let's see
removing
if
the
they're
wool
gonna-
chocks.
To the left, forward.
How'd you get them to acknowledge you the last time? Did you just hit the U key or something?
I think they just moved back to their pre-state position like these guys are. I don't think they. I don't know what they're doing.
Left.
We do have a jet taxiing to your right.
Yeah, I can see. I'm just looking around. I'm trying to see if any of these assholes are actually gonna move towards me or not. No, they're just
Just
all.
ahead of
They're
me,
just directing.
Yeah, it's directing me. Telling me go right, forward. I think they're directing me probably to 2. Handing me off. Straight. Left. I think some people actually go to the guy instead of just doing what he says. Because when he says straight, don't go to him, just go straight whatever way you're heading. Okay, straight. He's going to tell me to go right. There we go. There we go.
accept your salute key to set the crew in action, do they?
Oh, I haven't done the communication.
So they don't, anymore, they don't do the communication board when you're in your parking spot. See, they removed your chalks.
Yeah, I used.
Yeah, we have to hit the salute key to get the deck crew to start moving. And then that gets them activated. And then one guy, the little red shirt, will run by your right shoulder, and then they should hand you off to the guy in front on your next salute key. It might be a bug on a 14. I don't know. And so I don't know if that has to be done in the mission editor. Beetle, do you know anything about that?
No.
There he goes. He's activating.
I waited for me probably to launch.
But I've done it like 2 other times. It's just a bug plane. It's an old mission file, so.
Try it again, because now you got your guy in front of you. They all move, so you're doing something. There you go. He's handing you off. Yeah, there he goes. Now he's talking to you.
Aim me and want stuff. Stick it in the middle.
Good. Who's he handing you off to?
Means I have to go into level.
I think you're going to Cat 2. Well, maybe not. You're going to Cat 1.
I'm
Now,
this fucking guy up.
yeah, just go ahead from this point. Just line yourself up. Don't worry about the guiders anymore. Because they'll not line you up right. Yeah, I know that for a fact. I think the first time I did it, they lined me up in the center line, or in between Cats 1 and 2, and I was like, what the hell? Nice. There he goes.
I'm just gonna burn her. Can you guys see my strings? Anybody watching?
Is he on the third?
Yeah, I am. I mean, you got all the fuel anyways. You might as well.
You're clear to launch. Off whenever ready.
Need no stinking flaps. Jamming. Hit it to you. Come on. Let me lead.
salute. I don't know. I watched your little guy make a salute gesture.
Hello? Everybody home? Back here.
Come on, dude.
Afterburner?
It's funny because I watched your little. I watched your pilot do a salute too.
Let me go. And we're away. And we're going.
Yeah, well.
And we're hey. Let's go. Today. Come the fuck. See, what? It's never happened before.
I know, it's funny.
What happened? And break.
He just ain't gonna launch your ass.
And let me off the boat. And there's no freaking way, dude. This shit is busted.
You know, melt the blast doors. Ryder, what do you guys want? Have any questions for me?
12 out. It's 12 out.
I'm just about to establish.
Established. Angels 12. So you call established when you establish your altitude.
The altitude is established, not the distance.
From what I understand, it establishes your altitude when you're on
Time for you.
when you're on the BRC, when you're on the course line, and you're at your altitude. I'm still 15 miles away.
Well,
So once I'm at
it's
my
when you-
DME, then I call commencing.
Alright, Kung Fu, you don't got the lights here.
When you-
If you wanna
So
You
did-
on your marshal stack. The minute you hit your marshal stack, you hit DME, or you're at 9,000 feet, 21 nautical miles. You can pretty much commence after that since there's nobody in the cabin. But you would say established, and by establishing, it tells the boat that you're at what Mother wanted you at. So if it's 9,000 feet, 21 DME, that makes you established. And then when you're commencing is when you're on your approach to the boat.
If you have those knee boards I gave, it shows you also every step of the way, like the technical stuff. You want to look at that.
Alright, Kung Fu, I got eyes on you. Call the ball when I'm ready.
Are you kidding me? I just see a little yellow dot out there. I don't see anything else.
Yeah, you're way out left of the ship. You can come right.
Like,
Yeah, the Beetle, the 14 does not have ILS, so he will not have needles.
got it now.
Yeah, you're looking good. Just keep coming right.
All right. 2,000 feet.
Hey, friend, keep coming right. coming right. I'm almost there. A bit more. Looking good. Just a bit more. Alright, you got it.
Lights on. Lights on.
Alright, 179. On glide slope. It's a little high, but you got it. You're on and on. Keep what you got. Looking good. Keep what you got. On and on. Looking good. Come right just a bit, just a bit. Come right a bit. A bit more right.
Just got the lights on right there.
A-firm, you got lights. You're looking good. Just a bit high.
Bring your power
A little
back.
high.
Oh. There you go.
You got it. You're looking good.
Don't rack it.
You got it. You got it. A little power. A little power. Power, 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 power.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oops. Tattoo.
I got one. It's like all of a sudden I don't remember pulling back. It just sunk.
Yeah, it got loud. Yeah, that was because you started to rise up and you panicked and you pulled your throttles fast, and then you couldn't spool back up and you almost have to trust the process that you were coming down. And if anything, remember you can always bolt it.
Right.
Fox, I'm just thinking out about 4,000 feet per minute. When I hit 5,000, I call it platform. Is that right?
4,000. 4,000 feet platform, and you want to be slow. You want to slow that baby down to 250 knots. But you have to go ahead and use your speed brake. Okay. And then keep bringing her down. And once you hit 4,000, you call platform. And then once you do your platform, you keep it coming down to 400 feet. And then you're going to want to keep that, right about 10 miles or so. You want to go ahead and drop your gear flaps and hook. Make sure all that's down, and then you want to drop your speed down to about 142, 150, right in that area. And then when you're about 5 miles out from the boat, you definitely want to be about 140 knots, and make sure your ILS and all that's all boxed up. And you called Beetle, let them know you were inbound. Checking in.
Beetle, this is Ricky inbound. 15 miles, 7,800 feet.
I got you. You on 1275? I got you. If you hear me here, it's all good. You copy me here?
Can you hear me, Beetle? Hello, hello?
Yeah, just check in.
Can you hear me? Hello? Nah.
I can hear you here.
I
Okay. Yeah, checking in 10 miles, 2,000 feet.
I think Wookiee's on. I heard him on Discord, Beetle.
Beetle, can you hear me here?
Nope, I can hear you on Discord, yeah.
No, sorry. Alright, I don't know what's up with SRS. I can hear it transmitting in clicks, but
Well, I had you on both. So just use Discord for now. As long as you did your radio calls through your menu, you don't need them anymore. Beetle will talk you in from there.
your Wookiee is platform.
You heard him on Discord, right, Beetle?
Nope.
You didn't hear Wookiee on Discord?
Nope.
I did.
Wookiee is platform.
You're not hearing him at all.
How much gamma
Nope.
changes
At all. 1275.
Are you
mine.
still?
Well,
are you
Gadget is
still
6
on
miles.
watching? You still watching
I'm on.
Gadget's feed?
Who?
You.
No, I'm not even watching. Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's coming clear Isabel on Discord and 127.
Okay. That's good. Because I didn't change anything.
Are you in a plane?
Oh, you're right, guys. I don't know what happened to me.
Did your plane run out of fuel?
Actually, you know what? That just probably is what it. Yeah, that's probably what happened. Damn plane.
Okay, gentlemen.
Or maybe
I'll be
not.
here. I'll be here till Beetle gets back. I heard you both. Gadget, distance from the boat?
4.8 miles.
8 miles. Okay.
4.8.
Wookiee. 4.8. Okay, Wookiee. You're second in. Just make sure you maintain that speed. Gadget, your final bearing is 262.
127 check in and 1275.
You got you. Got you. You're loud and clear, Beetle. Okay, you back?
Yeah.
Okay. Gadget's on his way in. He's 4 miles out.
Oh my goodness, gamma changes everything.
It does.
This is like a daytime mission now.
Alright, Gadget, I got you. Call the ball when ready. Dodgeball. We're a little early on this, but you got it. You're on and on. Looking real good, on and on. Deck's yours. Drifting a little left. Come right a bit. You got it. Beautiful 4-wire. Very nice.
There's an
Alright, Wookie, I
F-16
got you. Call the ball when ready.
that is heading somewhere dangerous.
Wookie has the ball.
Roger ball, Wookie. You're a little low. Come right. And
Yeah, look at all that shit's in there. Damn.
keep coming right. Keep coming right. A little more right. A little more. You're a little high. You're climbing. Alright, you're on glide slope. You're looking good here. Keep what you got right there. You're looking good. You're drifting left.
Wow.
I'm right. Keep coming right. You're drifting left. Looking really good. You got it. Little power. Little power. Power. You're looking good. 1 wire. Very nice. Nice job.
Yep, good job, man.
Guys, the first 2 times I've done that, so appreciate the guidance.
Yeah. Hey, now, just anytime we have a boat out there, practice, whether it's daytime, nighttime, you know, if you have to, you know, just take off from the boat, do a quick spin, come back in, and trap. You know, it's all good. You are more than welcome.
So there's a F-16 here. I don't know what its intention is. I was just letting you guys know that there's an F-16 out there.
That's Birdman.
Okay. I saw a missile being launched not too long ago, so
Yeah.
Oh, I never got a warning.
That's a SAM site.
Oh, the sand at that one? I didn't know it was all from.
Yeah, I watched it take off from the ground, man. It's gonna hurt you bad. Yeah. SAM site.
There's no red dots. You sure it was this one? Wasn't the other one? Was there
I
one
just
thing?
saw us. I just saw Sam heading up into the sky.
oh
Birds
wow.
look like he's. Yeah, Birds looks like
What's
he's
up?
flying
What's up?
pretty slick. He's got 2 AMRAMs and 2 sidewinders. That's all he's got on his bird.
Bird? Oh, no. There is. Okay, hang on. Okay, but this over lane. I don't think it's coming to me. Am I getting any warnings?
I don't know who it's flying towards. It's just flying. Looks like it's flying out to sea.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a jet out there, but I don't think it's gonna hit it. It's already out of fuel.
It's a KC-135.
Yeah, it's heading for the. It's heading for
Yeah,
the
but watch
fucking
it.
fuel
It's
jet.
just it's gonna bounce off it.
All right, gentlemen, that's it for me. Y'all have fun. We'll do it again. Next K3 next K3 class will be a little bit more intense. We'll bump it up a little bit, where we may fly from the base on the ground and come to the boat and do more of a uniformed marshal stack with like if we have 3 or 4 jets, maybe 5, whatever we have, we'll all marshal out at the same spot. We'll do our spins, and we'll go in one at a time. You know, the first jet will commence. When he says commencing, you put the timer on. 4 minutes later, you take the next jet in the pattern. We'll take it, and then the next jet, and next jet, next jet. We'll try to see if everybody can get on the boat. 4 minute spread. Nice job. Beetle, as always, Beetle. Wonderful job, sir.
It's Beetle. Take box.
My pleasure, man.
Absolutely, man.
Thanks for showing up, man.
Great. Thanks, guys. See you later.
Yep.
Thank you all.
All I've been doing is make a tattoo. I'll come out and I'll go with a 16 on a jacket.
Need it.
Next time we see a 14, hitting the be honest. 14 will be 14s.
Yeah, the 14's hard to land.
It was hard. Remember who was that?
Didn't have lights. Slider.
Beetle. Who was
Slider.
that one guy we had? Was
Slider.
it Slider that flew the F-14? It was funny, Gadget, because I was in the 14 for the first time, and I was coming in for a landing. I didn't know what I was doing. And he goes, "Well, you have to do this, this, and this." And I was like, "Okay." So I put it at the right thing, and I don't know. I hit a 2 or a 3 wire first time out.
Yeah.
And
You're probably
he's
so
talking.
used to do the F-18, and you got it down so good that you can still do it in the F-14.
Yeah, but he was talking some smack, right? About how great he is on the F-14, and it was his turn, and he ate the boat. I just started laughing. There's those who can teach and those who can do.
Yep.
Yeah. I am 62 out.
Beetle, when you can come visit me?
New York? Probably honestly can't.
Not New York, Vermont.
Vermont, fucking an hour north.
Well,
I'm
I'm
an
south.
hour.
I'm
an hour
southern.
from New York. Just a couple hours.
Probably about 4 hours. 5 hours.
So honestly, dude, you're closer than Toronto. For real. And I would love to go. We can meet up. My wife goes to Glasgow sometimes. As all Canadians do. Because it's cheaper. Is Dirt Beach where you are?
No. I'm right in the corner of Vermont where we border New York and Massachusetts. So I'm about at least 2.5 to 3 hours away from the beach if I go straight east. I like to go down to Connecticut. There's campgrounds there near the beach, so I go camping with my kids.
Well, that'd be a cool idea, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a nice place though. It's especially for kids because there's a pool there, and they have like a fire truck that they take out in the morning and the afternoon. Kids hop on, they go around.
And your wife is Spanish, right?
Argentinian, yeah. She
Argentina.
speaks Spanish. Yep, yep.
You know, right? My wife is just Latina, so she speaks Spanish. That'd be cool as well.
Okay.
You know.
Where's she from originally?
Salvador. Not born here, but originally her parents.
Because the Spanish is like different dialects almost wherever you're from.
Yeah.
But she can speak to people that speak Mexican Spanish, but she'll change just the wording a little bit and to fall in with them. She's very good at language. She speaks very well English and everything.
You said she made what? She make food last time when you went to Texas.
Empanadas.
Empanadas. Yeah, my wife made that one. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, I think they get along honestly. She loves to make pupusas and.
Yeah, well, that's good.
Yeah. Empanadas ones, but like every country has their own version, right? Like empanadas, their own version of everything. Once you're not eating pupusas with a fork.
Is pupusas like empanadas?
I don't. No, it's not. It's like more flat, and it's like dough mixed with with meat and cheese. I guess you choose and frijoles.
Like a quesadilla almost?
Yes, I guess. And it's fried.
Okay.
And they'll make like 50 of it. It's real good. I like the cheese one only. But empanadas is probably my favorite, to be honest.
All right, gentlemen. I'll catch you guys probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll post the 2 kneeboard kneeboards for case 3 landings if you guys want to study it a little
Absolutely.
detail.
Yeah, I'll have to look them over again just so I can kind of confirm what we learned today. Sounds good. Thanks once again.
Sounds good.
All right, gentlemen. We'll be calling it close for the stream. Today we learned some case 3 training. I'm going to have to do a little brushing up on it just to make sure that I can be on, so on and so forth. But otherwise, thank you for being along with the ride. And if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and share the content. Have a good night. And this is Night Rider signing out.